Thanks so much. I welcome you to Politics Today. I'm your brother Secret. It has been reported how a retired army major was kidnapped and the kidnappers demanded for ransom. Luckily, the family managed to raise 10 million naira, and that 10 million naira was delivered to the kidnappers. No, the kidnappers are not hiding. Just the security agencies pretend they do not know where they are. It's an organized crime. May God save Nigeria. You can deliver any amount of money, hard currency, in Ghana must go to kidnappers physically. They are not hiding. But security agencies, no. They do not know where they are. When it comes to crime, those involved in those criminal activities, they will be spirits to the military, the police, the DSS. Another one, those people will be spirits. They do not see them. But you can carry any amount of cash in Ghana must go. You deliver it to them. Physically, they will receive it. Nigeria will hear the APC government. Well done. We can see how you people are moving Nigeria backward. So, this family delivered the 10 million naira, expecting that their breadwinner will be released. What they got in return, the shocking news: the man had been killed.
To insecurity in Kogi State, with a special bias to the unfortunate death of the former retired army major. I'm talking about Joe Ajayi, who died at 80 in the hands of kidnappers, specifically in their den, after several efforts made by the family to be able to allow Joe Ajayi have access to medication due to his deteriorating health situation. But of course, the kidnappers refused such demand. And of course, ransom payments were demanded to the tune of 10 million naira to be paid to the kidnappers. Of course, the family actually raised such fund despite how difficult it was to be able to source for such fund. But unfortunately, they left the lifeless body where Joe Ajayi was dumped somewhere in Kogi State by these very bloodthirsty kidnappers. Quite an unfortunate situation. And of course, it brings to the fact that Nigeria actually failed such a senior citizen who
Retired major, Nigerian army. Not bloody civilian, they always call us. Retired soldier. This is a country where you hear of a general kidnapped and ransom paid. This is a country where you hear of a bandit terrorist attacking military barracks with boldness. What is the lesson we need to learn? Because this is exactly 10 years of APC in power. Remember the noise, the garbage out, playing politics with human life, playing politics with the welfare of the Nigerian people, presenting themselves as people with solution. It's exactly 10 years after all the noise of 2013, 2014, and they manipulated their way into power in 2015. 10 years after, Nigeria have not known peace. Yet you still see some blockheads, some people under the influence of drugs, some people who are mentally derailed, telling you these monumental failures, these anti-human, anti-good, anti-progress elements should remain in power. What happened to the retired major of the Nigerian army? A soldier, trained soldier, who served the nation and retired, only for him to fall victim to those things he ought to have stopped with others. Because those who are serving now, day by day will still hear soldiers fall victim, will still hear policemen being killed. So security agencies, security personnel are also falling victim to the insecurity ravaging Nigeria. And this is 10 years of APC government in power. Things get worse every day. All you hear from people who can't use their brain is propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. One lie to the other, one lie to the other. There is no sense of shame, there is no character, there is no learning, there is no atom of common sense available to people who are in power. They made lies instrument of their policy. Manipulation, intimidation, harassment. What we need to learn from what happened to this retired major is that we have come to the point where nobody is safe. Nobody should feel unconcerned. Even the kidnappers should know that they too can one day fall victim. The organ harvesters should know that one day another group can also capture one of them, and they also will test what they do to others. We are living at a time when even those carrying AK-47 are not safe. We are living at a time when if you are attached to political office holders and you are going with them, there is danger. Attack can come anytime. We need to talk to ourselves. We need to come to that ground of reality where we put aside sentiment, politics, religion, ethnicity, hatred, tribalism, all those things, we put them aside and say, let us take back our country from all the criminal elements holding Nigeria captive. Let us take back our country. And we'll now say, it is time to look for a man that knows what to do. APC had proved beyond all reasonable doubt that they have nothing to offer. Everybody is convinced that we don't need to waste our time. Daniel Bwala was right when he said, even if you give Tinubu 30 solid years, we will just be moving from fry pan to fire. The situation will only get worse. APC had been in power for 10 years. They have made all manner of promises. Give us time, give us time. And they have been giving 10 solid years. Nothing to show for it. The economy is down. Every day, they take more and more action to bring the economy down. Can we now wake up and say enough of this backward movement? Enough of this destruction of everything Nigerians hold dear? And say, APC, we have seen you are good. We have seen your performance. We have seen the extent you can go. We have had enough. So let everybody prepare and let's get back on track with a man that knows what to do. The life you save by being an active citizen, by participating in this search for solution, the life you save may be yours. If that retired major had joined others all this time and said, no, we can't deliver Nigeria to a group of people who says are empty, maybe by now he will still be alive. Let us advise ourselves. Let everybody wake up. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Be active. Participate. Your voice count. And wake up. Don't be discouraged. Vote. We must ensure vote will count. We must ensure the electoral laws are amended to guarantee free and fair election. We must sit up. The time to act is now.